Today I'm going to be talking about ways you could document children's learning in early childhood. Are you an educator thinking of how you could document the children's learning in your classroom? Now let's talk about it. One of the ways you could document children's learning in your classroom is have a scrapbook. Having a scrapbook. So when you have a scrapbook, I'll leave a picture of what a scrapbook looks like. So when you have a scrapbook, you include all the activities of the children. So you stick all the activities of the children into this scrapbook. So like painting, coloring, take a picture of the children playing with other children, and you stick this into the scrapbook. And not just stick to the scrapbook, end of the year, so you could give the parents the scrapbook to take it home. So you have a collection of the activities that the children are doing during this year. You stick them into the scrapbook and you give it to the parents. So in the year, so at least the parent knows what their children are doing. So this is one way of documenting children's learning in early childhood. And it's also good for you as the educator as well. You'll be able to monitor the children's progress. For instance, if they come in September and you take a picture of what they've been doing so far, and then in December you can compare, okay, this is where the child has in September, this is what the child has done in September, and come to December, this is what the child has done. So this is one way you could document children's learning in early childhood. Have a scrapbook. Another way you could document children's learning in early childhood is take pictures, as many pictures as you want. And when you take this picture, you could have like a board in your room, and you place this picture into the board, and you can be able to see, all what the children have been doing. So you have pictures of all the children in the classroom, what they've done, and you stick it on a board in the classroom, and the children can actually see it as well. And when the parents come in, you can show them, okay, this is what your children have done, okay, this is what they've done this week, or this is what they've done last month. And the parents will be so much interested as well. And when you're doing this, you're involving the parents in their children's early childhood education, which is really important. Parents need to know what their children has been up to, has their day been. So by taking pictures and sticking it into your wall, have a billboard, and you can show the parents, even the children can see it as well, and they'll be so much more interested. Okay, another way you could also document children's learning in your classroom is observe the children. Yeah, observation. Observe the children, document their learning moment. You could do this periodically. It could be once a month you want to observe the children, or it could be every 3 months. So when you observe the children, you'll be able to know where they are at and where there's a need for improvement. This is really important. This is another way you could document children's learning. At least you'll be able to know, okay, this is where the child's at. Okay, what are we going to do to extend this child's learning, or what are we going to do to extend this children's learning? So when you observe them, you'll be able to find out all of these things, and you'll be able to do what? You'll be able to expand their learning, which is your role as a childhood educator. So it's really important. You could have like a scrapbook, put a picture of what the children are doing, stick this on the scrapbook, and at the end of the year, you let the parents have that. So another thing, you could take pictures, take as many pictures as you want, and you could do what? Stick this into a billboard, and the parent can see it, and the children can see it as well. And then you could also observe the children. So another way you could document the children's learning is take pictures as well. Take pictures, and you could put this on your social media. If you have a social media like a Facebook page or a website, you could take the picture. But I'm going to encourage you, if you're taking the children's picture, check with the parent that it's okay that they want their children's picture to be included. Because some parents, because of privacy, they don't want their children's picture to be all over social media. So this is really important. Okay, so these are just some of the ways you could document children's learning in early childhood. If you know of other ways that children's learning could be documented in early childhood, you could leave this down below, or I come your way next time. Stay safe and mind yourselves for now. Bye.